Hi guys, here's my first process using the Digital Kit silver linings in my pocket page notebook. So I've got a little photo of Lily that I want to use, and I'm just going through some of the papers I've printed out to see which one I'm going to use. And of course I can't go far past rainbow, that's definitely my one of my favorites, so I am going to use that one. So I'm just using my tape runner and I'm going to stick that down onto the left hand side of the page, which is the actual page. The pocket is on the right. And I'm going to put my photo down on top of that. It's just a little sprocket photo. And I want to layer that with a tag, so I'm not going to use the same striped tag, I'm going to use the thicker striped tag. But before I stick that down onto it, I just want to mat it, just so it stands out a little bit more against some of those patterns. So I'm just going to use the plain pink side on the half poker design and just trim that down. And then I can stick my little photo down on top of the tag. And add a tiny bit more glue and then stick that down onto the page. So I'm just sort of centering it. I wondered about putting it up a bit further, but I want it sort of towards the bottom of the page. And then I'm going to use a few little pieces from the cut apart sheet. I've got a few already cut, and I did end up obviously printing more than one of these cut apart sheets so I could use them on a few different pages. So I'm just cutting out a few of these little tiny word phrases that I think I might use. You can see they're super easy to cut out by hand even if you don't use your silhouette machine. And I decide I also want to add a label, so I choose this yellow one because it'll contrast quite nicely with the other colours. And that way I can do a little bit of journaling on there. So I'm going to stick that down, and I'm being purposefully not straight, so I'm just making everything a tiny bit crooked, just because it is hard to make it look straight with that diagonal paper, and this way it looks purposefully off-centered. I really love using the backing sheets from those sprocket photos for putting my tape runner on, because it doesn't stick to it, it just makes it so much cleaner. Now I'm just about done on that side, but I just decided to add a little bit of yellow twine to that tag just to tie in the yellow label at the bottom. Now I'm folding over my pocket page because I want to do something a bit different with that. So I'm going to work onto the right hand paper side. And I've just grabbed these alphas from my stash, and I'm going to spell out my title, which is Little Chicken. Which I know seems weird because it's a photo of my dog, but it's just a nickname. I always call her my little chicken because, well, chicken's her favourite food and she is a little bit of a wuss, so I always call her chicken. Plus, when she's hairy like she is in this photo, her feet just look like wee bantam chicken feet. So, Little Chicken is my title, and I just am struggling to sort of spread these letters out to fill up the whole page until I realise that the size of this alpha sheet is actually the same size as the notebook, and then I can use that to sort of spread them out properly and stick them down, relatively evenly. So that is my title done. And then just in the pocket page, what I want to do is I want to trim the pocket down so it is on one side of my title. So I just want to trim off sort of a title width of the pocket page. So I'm just using a little cutting mat, and I always put a wee piece of paper underneath it just because I find when I'm using my fuse tool like this, it sometimes can melt the cutting mat. And my only other tip when fusing pockets like this is I always fuse both sides. I fuse one side obviously more than the other, but I do run the fuse tool down the other side as well just to make sure that they are securely attached. And then I'm just going to use my ruler and a knife to trim off the piece I don't need. So now I have my little pocket, and I am going to fill it with sequins. So I just went through my rapidly diminishing sequin stash to pick out any sequins that were in the same colours as the kit. They're all different shapes and sizes, and I love the way they pick up the colours in that rainbow paper. And then I'm just going to fuse the top of my pocket shut so they all stay securely inside there. Just needs a bit of finessing or, you know, smashing about to get the sequins to spread out. And I think I'm going to add one little tag at the top here just to draw those colours into this side as well. And then all I've got to do is add my journaling onto my little label here. And the majority of my journaling I have typed on my typewriter as normal, and I am just going to use my scissors, trim that into little strips, and then I can stick that down with my Martha Stewart glue pen. Now I have heard rumours that they no longer make this Martha Stewart glue pen, so I'm trying to conserve it as much as possible. I really do love it, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do if I can't get another one. I really hope you guys have enjoyed watching this and love the Silver Linings kit as much as I do. You can see how easy it is to put together a page when everything coordinates and just is so easy to just stick down, add a photo and some journaling. And of course, a few sequins doesn't hurt either. If you want to grab the Silver Linings kit for yourself, I'll leave the link where you can purchase it down below in the description box. If you want to keep watching, there's a couple more videos on screen. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!